Nona Peltier is in the studio to talk business. Financial Markets Authority, it's withdrawn an insider trading charge against an accountant. Why? What's going on?
Well, it's a difficult thing to take these kinds of cases, and so the FMA had an opportunity to settle with the accused. His name is Mark Talbot, and he basically was accused of insider trading associated with a public listed company. He said, listen, I'll pay you a $150,000 fine. He agreed to be banned from working in a public company for 5 years, or a company, and also pled guilty to a lesser charge of failure to disclose in disclosure of documents. So, all said, the Financial Markets Authority got the result they wanted, in the sense that the Chief Enforcement Officer for the Financial Markets Authority, Karen Chang, says that these kinds of things work well because it informs others about the perils of doing the wrong thing when it comes to trading with a public company. And here's what she had to say.
Because every time we look at a potential resolution offer, we always have to go back to what was it that we were seeking to achieve in the first place with a criminal prosecution. And in this case, it was to hold the individual to account, obviously, but also probably more importantly, to send that strong deterrent message and also educate the market on what is and is not acceptable conduct. And then when you compare that to what was on offer in the resolution, we have a criminal conviction, even though that was for the lesser charge. That's not an insignificant outcome for someone who is a professional and whose reputation is important to them, together with a public, detailed admission of engaging in insider trading conduct and a payment of $150,000 where, even if he was convicted at trial, he was unlikely to face a term of imprisonment and unlikely to be fined for an amount that's comparable to $150,000.
And so that's the Karen Chang from the FMA. Now, the accused in this case, Mark Talbot, he issued a statement this afternoon saying, look, he was a bit naive. He says that he wants others to think very hard before taking a job with a public listed company, because there's a lot of responsibilities, some of which he didn't, of course, uphold.
On another legal issue, this is the legal battle over the failed construction firm Mainzeal, and it's kind of got a bit more complicated because the liquidators now are filing a counterclaim against the directors who filed an appeal against an earlier ruling, isn't it? So what's going on?
Look, this has been dragging through the courts for some time, as our listeners will be aware. It's a difficult situation. So the creditors are owed something like, I think it's about $150 million. It's a lot of money. Anyway, they were given $36 million in the courts, the High Court, and the director said, oh, that's a lot. And one of the directors, of course, is our former Prime Minister, Dame Jenny Shipley. They've appealed, and the liquidators for Mainzeal that are acting on behalf of the creditors said, okay, we're going to cross appeal. We're going to ask for twice as much as you were awarded in the first place. So instead of $36 million, we're going to go for 73, and that's that. So
have they given a basis for doubling their demands?
What I said before, there was $110 million that creditors were owed, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
So yeah. So they went for less because that was their legal advice. So creditors are still going to be out of pocket, but they're going to get potentially they're going to get a bigger settlement. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we were talking about $36 million, $110 million is owed, and $73.3 million is what's being sought now in this appeal. Now, this case is probably going to drag on for some time, you can expect.
Yeah, months. Okay, what else has been going on the markets today?
Let's see. Yeah, so we dropped nearly 1/4%. That's 20 points down to 9,787, and the dollar is trading at 67.5 US cents, 94.5 Australian, and 51.6 pence, which is about where we were yesterday too.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks, Nona. That's Nona Peltier with your business news.